You are now joining the meeting. Hello?
Hello, can anyone hear me?
I can.
I can as well.
Hey, and who do I have on the phone?
Kimberly Hatching.
This is Focus Silence with the Assistant Attorney General representing the Division of Child Support Service.
I am the accused.
Okay. Mr. Quintero, is that?
I'm the accused, allegedly David Quintero.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call the case, and then I know there's some issues we need to talk about. So go ahead, go on the record. This is case SP 2017-0042. Present on the phone is the petitioner and the respondent, as well as the state attorney general. All right. So I see we have this is a time set for review hearing, but I see that a motion to continue was filed. I'm going to first ask our attorney general to give me a brief update, and then we'll talk about the motion that was filed. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Since our last hearing, we have received payments through unemployment benefits, but we have not received any wage withholding payments.
Okay. And what was the date of the last hearing?
December 14th, Your Honor.
December 14th here? Okay. Thank you. Sorry, we're having some technology issues with getting access to the file today. All right. Okay, I've got that one up. All right, and petitioner, you filed a motion to continue?
For the record, I reserve all my rights. I am present by special appearance in propria persona as the accused. And there was a motion to continue that was filed, and the process of service was satisfied, as there was a affidavit of certificate of service that was filed proving that service was satisfied of said motion to continue.
All right. And what is the basis for your request for continuance?
It's listed in the document. I'm not here
Do you
to
have
argue.
anything to add?
It's very specific. This matter is tainted, and it should have been dismissed a long time ago. So I require a written response on the record, and I shall take a continuance until I receive a written response on the record or by acquiescence without a response.
Okay. Do either of the parties object to the continuance?
Yes.
I object to the continuance.
All right, and I want to hear from both of you. So, respondent, go ahead.
This original, I object because this original child support order was not established under the Title IV. Mr. Quintero was the petitioner in this whole matter, and he had 4 years of litigation in this matter, and he has several times tried to get the child support order dismissed. And when all of those failed, now he is going on to this new route of his constitutional rights being violated, where originally for 4 years no rights were violated. Mr. Quintero wanted the courts to decide his custody and his child support matter for him, which they did, and he was unhappy with it, and so now here we are with him trying to still continue to get out of paying his child support. He has never made any voluntary payments, and they've all been intercepted payments from the child support office because he had made it clear in our original custody case and everything that he had no intention of paying child support for this child. He does have another child that he's fully paid and had no problem paying child support for. So I object because this matter has been heard for 4 years, Your Honor, and it needs to just come to an end and so we can move forward.
Okay. And I believe I heard our Assistant Attorney General.
Yes, Your Honor. The state would also object. Mr. Quintero was declared a vexatious litigant, I believe, in 2018. That declaration still remains. So the motion to continue has not come through the proper channels, being approved prior to submission to court. Also, the basis of the motion is basically that Mr. Quintero has filed a lawsuit against Judge Ferland and therefore seeks to recuse Judge Ferland and to stay this matter until that lawsuit is resolved. That would not be proper. And thirdly, Commissioner Ferland has rotated to the juvenile court bench, so the issue is rather moot. He would not be here in this hearing or any other matters in this case.
Okay. Having heard from all the parties and considered the pleadings filed in this case, I'm going to deny the motion to continue. And you've provided me with a brief summary. Do you have any recommendations for how to proceed today, sir?
I would like to ask Mr. Quintero the steps he has made to comply with the court's order regarding employment, his participation with One Stop or Arizona at Work, and his job search.
Okay. Let's have the parties sworn in. Could you both please stand and raise your right hand, please?
Excuse me, I'm not interested in that. I require a written response on the record for the motion to continue. I have been lied to before at these meetings. I believe I am being lied to now. I require a written response on the record.
You will receive a copy of this minute entry denying the motion to continue. A written copy of it in the mail.
Then
In the meantime, please stand and raise your right hand to be sworn.
I'm not
Do you and
interested.
each of you solemnly swear or affirm to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
I'm not interested in these proceedings. I'm only here so this matter could be dismissed with prejudice or write an order I can appeal so I can file lawsuits.
Okay, so I don't have a motion to dismiss in front of me. I had a motion to continue. Right now we're here for a review hearing, and unfortunately that is all I can do. That's all I have the authority to do in this case.
There's
to proceed with the review hearing.
an affidavit of notice and demand with a order for dismissal that was refused by the clerks, who are not allowed to do so, but that should have been sent to you. An affidavit of notice and demand along with an order for dismissal.
Okay, well, today we're here on a review hearing and a motion to continue.
I am here so this matter can be
At this point, I've
dismissed.
denied the motion to continue, and we will proceed with the review hearing. If you have other legal actions that are proceeding in this matter, those remedies can be taken up at that time. But this is the time set for a review hearing. So please answer the stand and be sworn. I need a response.
I am not interested in any of that. I am only here so this matter could be dismissed with prejudice. You can write an order I can appeal, or so I can file my lawsuits.
Are you refusing to answer questions?
I appreciate the questions, but I am not interested in them. I do not consent to these proceedings. I do not consent to being the surety of these proceedings, I demand that the bonds be brought forth so I can see who will indemnify me, because I am a man who is damaged in this matter.
Okay, well, unfortunately, that's not the matter in front of me today. Today, the matter in front of me is a review hearing. And what we are trying to determine is whether or not you have complied with the prior orders regarding obtaining a job and proceeding with providing the court with information regarding your attempts to find work. That is the only issue in front of me today and the only issue I'm able to hear. So I at this point, the Attorney General needs to ask you some questions. And you may, once you're sworn in, you may object to the answers or object to the questions that you're asked if you have valid evidentiary objections to them. But we're here on a review hearing today. This isn't a motion to dismiss or anything else.
I'm only here.
Still there?
I am only here so this matter could be dismissed with prejudice, so you can write an order I can appeal, so I can file my lawsuits.
I cannot do anything until you have been sworn in. So can you please answer the clerk regarding the question she asked?
I appreciate the question. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I'm just not interested. I do not consent.
Okay, and you can make your objections once the questions are asked of you. Right now, will you please just let the clerk swear you in so we can finish the hearing?
I appreciate the question. I am not interested. I do not consent to these proceedings.
Okay. All right, I am going to make a record that the petitioner has refused to be sworn and is refusing to answer questions. Sir, and I'm sorry, Mr. Attorney General, I did not catch your name at the beginning.
This is full consignment sitting in for Amanda Earhart.
Thank you. Can you, is there a record you would like to make at this point?
I would have for the record that Mr. Quintero acknowledges the previous court's order and is refusing to be sworn or to provide information to the court as to his compliance with that order.
Do you have any recommendations for the court proceeding at this time?
I would ask the court to affirm its previous order that Mr. Quintero continue to log 3 employment contacts per week, continue to search for employment. If he has not yet done so, to make contact with either the One Stop or Arizona at Work to obtain guidance regarding employment opportunities, and to set an additional review hearing.
Okay. One minute here. Ms. Hadley, do you have anything you would like to add or any questions for the court at this time?
I'm just curious what another review hearing would do in this circumstance. This is a vexatious litigant who has harassed me for 4 years through the court system. And adding another court date for something that he makes clear that he is not going to abide to only burdens me more.
I understand that, and
So it's very frustrating. I'm sure you can appreciate.
I can, and I understand that, and unfortunately, the remedies available to the court at this point in time do not include findings for incarceration for contempt based on the pandemic, because of the pandemic. So at this point, our review hearing is pretty much our only option. What I am going to do is I will set the review hearing. Give me a second, however. All right, the court finds as follows, that the court has continuing jurisdiction in this matter, that there's a current child support obligation, specifically the child support order that was entered on July 31st, 2017. That child support order is a valid order, and that petitioner does in fact have notice of said child support order. I'm going to reaffirm the prior orders. That petitioner shall report any employment that he obtains between now and the next review hearing to the Division of Child Support Services within 2 weeks of obtaining new employment. I'm affirming the prior order that petitioner shall apply for a minimum of 3 jobs per week between now and the review hearing. And affirming the prior order that petitioner shall report to Arizona at Work or Pima County One Stop to obtain any additional guidance or services in connection with his job search. I'm going to set a review hearing for June 8th. Make that June 3rd at 3 p.m. 30 minutes. At which time any additional matters will be addressed. A separate order will be issued with the call-in information for the review hearing. The court further admonishes the petitioner that a failure to appear at any future hearings without good cause may result in the court making a finding of contempt for failure to appear, and a child support arrest warrant may issue. If there's nothing further, I think we can stand adjourned.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.